blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, hosted by me, Paul Cram the Poet, aka the drip of all trades, representing hard. My lovely and beautiful co-host, Imuna J. Hopefully she'll come in later on. She's dealing with a little something right now, but she will hopefully, show her face. Tonight's episode gonna be pretty exciting. This particular artist, I remember collabing with her a few times in Legendary Ink, and it was an honor and a privilege to actually write with her. So to have her on the show tonight, I'm all kind of giddy and shit. So let me go ahead and introduce y'all to Miss Terika McQuinn, wheelchair-bound native of Richmond, Virginia. She was diagnosed with a mild form of cerebral palsy at 3. She's the youngest of three older sisters. Education, attended special education for 12 years before being mainstreamed into public schools. Graduated from Armstrong High School, Richmond, Virginia in 1997 with a 3.35 GPA. My shit ain't look nothing like that, at all. Member of the National Honor Society senior year, took 3 years before entering community college with an associate degree in human services. Again, nothing like that. Let's see. She has a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies, which I'm going to have to explain to me because I've never heard that, from Virginia Commonwealth University, and a Master's in Human Services and Psychology from Walden University. She is currently employed as a PRN substitute teacher in Richmond, Virginia, and her hobbies include writing poetry. She raps. She loves dogs, listening to R&B music and gospel music. Her favorite food is mac and cheese and fried chicken and rice pudding. We're going to have to talk to her about that rice pudding, y'all. Her motto, the behavior you allow will continue. She has 6 poetry books on Amazon, which are titled Shadows of My Soul, Burdens to Blessings, Lucky 7, Gifted Hands, Bedroom Bliss, and Heads Up. So without further ado, I want to introduce y'all to this lovely, lovely artist, Miss Terika McQuinn. What's up, baby?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm sitting there going over all of your accomplishments, and I like that 3.35. The only time I had numbers like that is when I played baseball for a batting average. My GPA didn't look like that at all.
Yeah, I've always been studious,
I did
Gotta
enough
get
to
it.
pass.
Mm-hmm.
I did enough to pass to get the people to leave me alone. All right. So, what prompted you to start pushing your pen to become a poet?
I always felt like at first I didn't have a voice, being born disabled. I found myself trying to find my place in society. It wasn't easy because, at first I started out in a quote unquote special school with people like myself. And then it was different going to a regular school trying to find my place. But I eventually made friends and made it do what it do. Um, and just made it work out
That's
eventually.
dope. Do
Hmm.
you do you find what others would consider a disability? Because I don't see it damn sure ain't stopping your pen. So I see that. So do you find challenges with your disability when it comes down to poetry?
Um, well, I always try to be an inspiration to other people. I tell most of my life story through my pen. especially mentioning the disability, but I try not to let it define me. I'm better than I used to be. Um,
That's, when I
and
the first picture.
poetry has helped me out with that a lot because I used to be angry, just mad all the time for, just various reasons, I guess.
Oh, I get it. Like I totally understand. I twist my ankle and be pissed off, so I can only imagine, but you're definitely don't look like what you've been through. Like
But
you
thank you.
so you all right, so I'm looking here and I see all right, it's you said you have a mild form of cerebral palsy. Is there anything you would like to bring to the forefront to discuss?
Um, well, cerebral palsy is a neurological condition that mainly affected my leg muscles and my ability to walk like you. But I used to walk with a walker, but that was years ago. I went back to the chair after high school because it was, you know, quicker for me to get around. So I just kind of used to roll over people in the hallways sometimes trying to get to class, but I got there.
Hey.
Um,
Get your ass out of my way.
I mean, but yeah, that was me. Yeah, just kind of move because I'm coming. But yeah, but I had a mother who told me that, she used to remind me all the time that you're no different than anybody else. And matter of fact, one of my favorite movies is Forrest Gump, and you can understand why, because his mother told him the same thing. Despite his differences, he was no different than anyone else around him.
Yeah, Forrest was a different type of dude, man. Like I have to say Forrest is different. Forrest
But
was like
still,
super motivation, man.
he try not to let the disability define him, and that's my point,
He he conquered
Some you
all
can
of that.
see and some you can't see, but it's all good.
So hobbies. You said you write poetry, you rap, you love dogs, you listen to R&B music and gospel. But I'm stuck on this. It's two things on this list that I'm stuck on. One is I definitely got to hear it. Like I definitely got to hear it because I love artists who also do other things in the art form. But I need to understand why you purposely eat rice pudding.
Because I'm Southern.
Me too, but I
It's,
don't eat rice in my
it's a
pudding.
Southern thing. And you got to have raisins up in it. It's not rice pudding if you don't have raisins.
I eat bread pudding all day long. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I eat
See,
bread pudding all day.
I don't like bread pudding, but I eat biscuits. I got time to eat.
How you whoa? We gonna have to have a back conversation. We gonna have to have a
Don't you?
conversation.
I'm different. I'm different, but yet the same. And I like to eat my food kind of different from other people.
So PRN substitute in Richmond, Virginia. How is it being part of the system that has to mold our future minds?
Um, it's different because I have the same reaction, or I used to have the same reaction with the students. They're kind of shocked by the chair at first. But once they get to know me, everything is everything, and I'm Miss McQuinn to them, and I got to get my respect as well as my paper. Got to get that
Straight
paper.
up. Straight up. Straight up. Well, the whole reason we got you on this show is because you do some special things with your pen. And I would like to know if you are ready, because I'm gonna try to get you to do two pieces tonight, and I'm gonna try to get you to rap tonight.
Okay, which one would you like to hear first? Because it is Sunday, so I'll do some inspiration first. How about that?
All right. Whatever piece you would like to spit at this moment, the mic is most definitely yours.
Okay, I'm holding my book called Shadows of My Soul, and this piece is I don't really want to put the phone down, but I don't have anywhere else to put it. So I hope you can hear me while I spit the piece and see me as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it. As I wake in the morning to attempt a brand new day, please help me on the journey of all I do and say. Lord, I desire to be better than I was before. You'll always keep me near your heavenly throne, I'm sure. I may stumble upon a few steps on my way there, but my Father will continue to hold me in his loving care. My enemies are on a mission to play a hate. I won't allow them to control my fate. When I'm down and out and feel all alone, I know my Father will keep me near his heavenly throne. I understand I'm not perfect. I can only strive to be. God already knows my story. I can only listen, wait, and see. The beginning and the end he has for me. Sometimes the pages become torn, and I think to myself, am I just a woman scorned? I try to treat people right, no matter where the road leads. I will always plant and harvest the most fruitful seeds. Lord, I'm blessed and already rich in stone, as long as I stand upon the scriptures of your heavenly throne. When this life is over and I've done the best I can do, I'll prepare for my sweet chariot, long awaited home with you. And that was, Lord, keep me near your heavenly throne.
You know what? I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like, I love that piece, and I love that piece for a few reasons. One of the main reasons why I really love that piece is because I've been church hurt. Like, and I still deal with a lot of church hurt. Uh, so it's hard for me to write those type of pieces without being honest with myself. Like, I've held conversations with God expressing like, "Hey, bro, I'm pissed. Like, I'm mad about this. I'm mad about that. I want to know why this happened, why that happened." But I remember my grandmother used to tell me all the time that some things don't need to be explained. You just
No,
gotta
they
let them
don't.
do. You just gotta let them do. So I'm learning to just sit back and just let him do. But every once in a while, we want to be like, hey, you forgetting about me down here. I'm going through some shit. Like, I need you to help me. But that was a beautiful, beautiful piece.
Thank you.
So let's see what I'm going to do. All right. So this is called Last Supper. Heaven or hell. The way my life goes, I appear to have a liaison for both on each shoulder. And believe it or not, the one that everyone believes is good is not always the direction that I choose because sometimes I let that other shoulder take over. So in reality, I guess I'm really just a pushover for the spiritual conflict that is deep within. No matter how much I try to walk in his grace, my soul is constantly reminded that I am definitely filled with sin. On the outside, I may still wear a grin, but on the inside, the war rage is strong. I see myself rounding Satan's third base and still no clear path on how to reach his heavenly home. And then I hear a voice that is so strong and it really sounds familiar, but that's when the voice from that good shoulder advised me not to listen because the familiar voice is trying to kill me. That's when an argument explodes between the voices in my brain. Both voices claim that they love me, but I think they both are playing games. I don't know which way to turn. People telling me to just call on his name, but I honestly don't know which name to call, so I guess I'm going insane. Dear shoulders, whoever is listening, my emotions have me in chains. Just tell me what I have to do so that I can be free of all of this pain. Heaven or hell. I'm not sure which way I'm destined to go. But when I have my last supper, I just hope that I'm on the right road. And that's that piece.
Amen.
So it's I have my battles, like I have my conflicts as far as spirituality goes and things of that nature. And I normally don't have them type of conversations with people because people get very, very upset if
Hmm.
your beliefs or anything are different than theirs. So I want to ask that question. So with you being an advocate for that, how do you deal with conversations that end up trying to become debates or arguments?
I just try to respect everybody may have a different denomination, and we might call him something different. But at the end of the day, I still believe it's all the same unless you're atheist. And we don't want to talk about that.
So I ask all my guests this question: past or present, who would be your dream collab?
Um, well, I've worked with just about, I ain't gonna say I worked with everybody, but I'm just open. I worked with quite a few over the years. Um, I would really love for us to, the people that I wrote with, would really love for us to do a book.
Mm.
Um, and possibly meet in person one day if that can be arranged, if that could happen. But I've written with quite a few people over the years,
C double
including
say,
yourself.
C double on it. So you doing your thing.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, C double. He's that's a special individual, man. It's a special dude. I love him to death, man. But if he wants you recorded, he got you. He's gonna he's gonna find you. Like you say, he's Liam. He's gonna find you and he's gonna record you. So, stage. What stage would you love to perform on?
I'm kind of shy, so I'm still trying to get used to. And I really don't have a pen name. I'm the only one. I think I'm the only one in the poetic community that don't have a pen name. I just did never give myself one, or nobody never gave me one, so I just go by my government name. But I really don't know because I'm kind of new to the stage. I've only done spoken word a few times throughout my life. Um, but I guess that'll be something that I'll have to work on and explore further. I guess at a different time.
It's a different feeling on that stage. I'll be totally honest with you, man. It's a different feeling. Like writing is like my release. Like writing allows me to whatever feeling I'm having to get it off my chest. But performing, oh, oh, I love that. Like I love that. When you can get a group of people to stop doing whatever they're doing and to hang on the words that you have written, it's such an amazing feeling to me. Oh, I love the stage. Like I want to jump on the Apollo stage. Like I would love to be on that stage.
Right.
Like, that would be dope. That would be dope. Now, I'll let you answer some questions. All of that was cool. But you said you rap as well as
Hmm.
do poetry. So when you
Hmm.
rap, what do you normally rap about?
Well, I did this rap about the welfare and food stamp system that we have going on. Um, how the single mothers are, I wouldn't say totally dependent on welfare to raise their children, but I wrote it at 15, a couple decades ago. Really never did anything with it. It's on paper. But yeah, I've been compared to MC Light. Um, kind of
That's a
sound
hell of
like
a
her to me.
comparison. That's a hell of a comparison.
Mhm. So yeah, I did that plus another one, but that's what I started out doing. I didn't really become a poet until I was got angry with my mother one day, and I kind of wrote how I was feeling and kind of took off from there. But I started out, I was a rapper first. Um, yeah, had
You
my
got
little
something you want to
copy.
spit?
Yeah, I had my little composition book and my little, how rappers do, what rhyme with this word. And but it took up a lot of time and a lot, I don't really have the time anymore, but I'm thinking about getting back into that as well.
So we got
To
to work on your name then. We got to work on you a name. You can't be
just
around here.
kind of,
We gotta get a name.
refresh it a little bit. So
But
yeah, so yeah, that is that. So you want to hear it? I mean, you're asking me to hear it? Okay.
yeah, yeah. If you ready to
Okay.
spit it, the mic is yours, man. I'm about to give you the whole room. 1 second.
Welfare and food stamps are a luxury, but in 98, Uncle Sam's gonna stop the show because he's tired of people abusing the system. So many welfare recipients, I couldn't list them. I ain't gonna lie, I eat good every day, but this ain't Burger King, and I can have it my way. I had to get out there in the working world and see what kind of opportunities are open for me. Life is hard. It's so doggone rough. Raising a family on 350 is tough. It's not enough to pay my bills, not to mention meals, because nothing's left on the shelf but a can of pork and beans and a bag of rice. And sometimes we ate that twice. Sure, I need a job. I'll work anywhere. I don't like depending on welfare, but I have a family of five. Who's going to keep my kids while I struggle hard to stay alive? True. I get food stamps too while my mother doing what I gotta do. Take care of my kids and provide for me. That's my number one priority. Most mothers on welfare could care less about the way they live. Always looking for somebody to give what is on it. Soon this will be a thing of the past. Selling your food stamps will cease. Neighborhood peace needs to increase and not dissing welfare. Believe me, I had my share. It's done me justice, but must this keep happening to a generation across the nation and up the coast is the kids that suffer most from Richmond, Virginia, and nationwide. I can't tell you how many times little children have cried because they didn't have enough to eat. Walking around with holy shoes on their feet. What a so-called mama down the street chasing a drug, running behind some sorry ass thug. Girl, he don't care about you like you do him. Cause if he did, he wouldn't be with Kim. Don't make no sense. It's a crying shame. These sorry ass mothers all to blame for Uncle Sam cutting us off. Welfare food stamps like a switch. Everybody's gonna be pitching a bitch. No more free food or money to wait for. Working is a hard chore. It used to be a chore, now we're forced to do it. Cause we blew it. My mama said it was gonna be days like this, but she didn't say how bad to expect it to be. She said you can't live nowhere for free. Eventually, government said welfare like life is not here to stay. Get yourself a decent job and earn your own way. I'm not supporting your family anymore because I'm closing up shop and I'm locking my door. Welfare like life is not here to stay. Get yourself a decent job and earn your own way.
You were there at 15.
Yeah,
You was
I'm finished.
you was a hostile little teenager.
Yeah, yeah, 15. Yeah, that's when I
Hey,
wrote that.
man, at 15, like I had some friends of mine who was rapping. They used to sit up in the school. Everybody on lunchtime, you were here. Okay, in Louisiana, everybody wanted to rap like they was on a screw tape. Growing up. But that's a talent that I do not have. Like I love
Yeah.
rappers, I love singers. I can't do it. Like I don't know if it's just maybe I should try.
All you need is like a quiet place, a quiet place. Same thing with poetry, a quiet place and nobody to get on your nerves. You need your silent space. And yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. Well, we are at the halfway point of the show, and we're getting ready to play our spotlight artist. Tonight we have "I'm Free" featuring Jemiah. So everybody, please sit back and enjoy. Be back in a minute.
You made me scroll through your call log. Coming home late with no phone call. Feeling like a broken record. No need to try, just skip the line. I won't stand for all your disrespect. Now I gotta put your ass in check. Feel like a knife is pressed against my neck. One false move can't win for losing. You want us to drown. Try to breathe, but how? Oxygen not found. Can't trust your mouth to mouth. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments, cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments, cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I hope that you enjoyed all your fun. You tried to tell me she your one and done. I know you're lying cause you're stuttering. No need to pretend. It's funny how you think you're playing me. Pick up your mouth up off the pavement. No surprises, ain't the same me. You gonna get a dose of reality. It's about time you see you can't mess with me. Let the whole world see. No more you and me. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. It's no secret, I didn't let it leak. And now they gonna be all up in your DM. Cat out of the bag, no, you gonna be big mad. Ain't no need to fake, you the first one I tag, yeah, yeah.
That is hashtag I'm free featuring Jemiah. And if you're an independent artist, a spoken word artist, a poet, up and coming comedian, musician that's looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you are a fan of great music, you can also register as an unlimited fan, fan at blastmusic247.com, and that is also free. Blast. We're constantly changing the industry, one artist at a time. So we seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulties with the guest. I'm sure she will pop back in momentarily as soon as she get things going. And I spoke her up immediately. There she go. All right. So, how'd you like the song that was just played?
It was okay.
It was okay. I liked it. She was I mean, they taking this hashtag shit way too far, but I like the track. I like the track. She petty, but I like the track. So you are a member of Legendary Inc. Shout out
Yes.
Legendary Inc. So and strategy has an uncanny habit of pairing people randomly. Like he'll just come completely out of nowhere.
Mhm.
So when he compared me with you the first time, I honestly I didn't know which route we were gonna go. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but a lot of things happen in those pieces. So,
Yeah.
so my next question to you, as far as your poetry go, as far as a genre of poetry, what is your favorite?
Um, I think I like spoken word. Inspirational, socially conscious. I used to do a lot of those pieces. But got away from it over the years because I really didn't want to offend anybody. And I try to get along with everybody, but we know that that's not always possible. And I wrote a piece one time that apparently offended somebody of a different race that was on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
and we kind of went back and forth. Um, and I just blatantly admitted that no, I'm not racist, but if I offended you, I mean, it's an art, you know. But I just decided to kind of not do those pieces just to keep the debate down because I try not to be a controversial person. But I can be because I advocate for myself all the time, and I don't mind speaking what's on my mind. I always tell people don't let the wheelchair fool you. Um, that's just, it's a part of me, but it's not all of me.
She said, "Do not let the wheelchair fool y'all. She'll surprise you and still find a way to kick your ass. You better leave her alone. Stop
That's
playing with her."
that's it. That's it. Um, so
It's
that's just basically it because he just lately asked me was I racist, and I just told him no, I'm not racist. I grew up in the church, I try to love everybody, but if it's something in my poetry that struck a chord with you, I'm not gonna apologize. I just put it how I put it.
straight
And
up.
I mean, if you took it a certain way, this is how it happened. And I just wrote it on paper. That's what I do. Um,
I I don't think I've ever, I don't know how to put it. Like I've never apologized for anything that I've written, because I'm not going to apologize for my emotions.
that's
Um,
it.
but if someone were to come to me and tell me, "Hey, this piece offended me," I'll sit back and I'll listen to them. I'm not about to change shit, but I'll listen to them.
But see, that's the thing. He never did say either way. He just got mad, which, automatically to me said that, either you're racist yourself or you just want me to say that I don't like a certain race. And I'm not going to be on here, you know, telling you all of what you want to hear, but I
Mhm.
will tell you the truth. Um,
I'm racist. I do not like the human
and,
race. I do not like humans. I am not a fan of people. Like I like dogs. Dogs.
mhm.
Man, it's something about a dog, man. The dog I have, I love Chase. I love my dog, and he never shows me fake love. His loyalty is unmatched. You
That's
know,
it.
you
They
know.
they better than human beings. I'm trying
For
to
the
tell you.
most part, for the most part, except I don't understand why he be licking himself. I know a lot of men have probably tried it or thought about it, but I don't understand how he's able to just be happy with it.
You got to. They cleanse themselves that way.
He bark for everything else. Don't you bark for a bat? You ain't got to sit decide to
Don't really want a
eat
bath. He
munch the
wants
cheese
to.
off your nuts.
Yeah,
Like,
he wants to take a bath by himself.
you know what? And I'm gonna let him have his time. It's just when he gets to doing that, I respect it. If I see my dog lay
Right?
down, who you said bite him?
I said right.
Oh, I thought you told me to bite him. I'm like, shit, no, man, that dog gonna bite me back. Like he, I was like, why you want me to bite it? So your educational background is extensive.
Thank
Shout out,
you.
shout out to you going through school doing that thing. I did my time in high school and told myself I was not going back to jail. Um, but I ended up going to a different jail, which was the U.S. Navy. Shout out the
Uh-huh.
military. Um,
hmm
just a different path. But sometimes I wish I would have taken the college route. But
it's not for everybody. It's not, and
that's so insane.
it's very demanding. It's very demanding.
So how did you deal with the pressures of college?
Um, well, time management helped me out a lot. I had to balance life and school, which was not always easy. I found myself at a lot of times doing papers at the last minute. Thank God, I'm used to writing because if I was not a writer, then, I would have failed most of those papers each and every time. But I quickly found out too that academic writing is different than poetry. But I got the hang of it eventually. Eventually at first I just wanted to get one degree, and then I found myself just started collecting them for spite just because I could. And the government money was an incentive too. So yeah, I had to go get the money.
Did you say you collect degrees for spite,
I did at one point, yeah.
just to show that you can do it?
hmm
Okay. See, no. See, that is what motivation is, people. That is what motivation, that's what ambition is, and that is another level of petty.
The only one I don't have, and I've been asked why I don't want to go back and get it, is the PhD because I really don't need my name on the door. I know who I am, and I know who I'm striving to be, and I know, what I basically want out of life. So I don't need to really be in charge or my name on the door to have a good life, because I've seen both sides of the fence for real. I didn't always have everything I have now, and I know what it's like um to have basically everything you want and more. So I know both sides.
Dar Kalima, aka the Poetic Sadist, wants to know how many degrees do you have? And if anybody else have any questions, drop them in the chat.
I have four. I'm still paying on the last one, the psych and the psych degree from Walden. Um, yeah, I'm paying out of pocket for that one. But yeah, I have four.
I don't have 4 degrees. I know how to put my oven on 365 degrees and then
If
go in
you
there and
count
cook.
if you count my high school degree, that's five.
So, that's a lot. I commend you. I commend you.
Thank
That is
you. Thank you.
oh, she's bigging you up because Dar one of them people who spent like 85% of her life in schools too. Dar got
hmm
like she probably got like 12 degrees.
Right, and it's nothing wrong with that. I said
It's not.
I'm a career student, and who knows, I might get another one, but not right now. I don't know.
So question, because you said something about spikes, I want to know. So what would it take for you to just decide, oh, you know what? I'm going to get another one. Would it take somebody to say you can't do it?
I think that's why I did most of what I have accomplished in life. Because I had a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to do that," because they always look at the chair and say, "Oh, she's not gonna be able to do that," because my doctor told my mother was she's not gonna live past the first few days of life, and I'm 47 years old. God is good. Um,
All the
so
time?
yeah.
You got
Huh?
you got to say that part. When you say God is good, somebody got to say all
God,
the
God is
time,
good.
all
God
the
is good
time. Yeah.
all the time. Yeah, I don't like when people tell me what I can't do because that just makes me want to do it. It's just kind of
Okay,
how I am.
cool. I'm glad to know that. You can't get another degree. Now you gotta go do it. There you
I don't
go,
know if I'll
Dar.
do
Dar sat in them
tomorrow,
churches.
but
Dar sat in them churches, boy. God is good all the time and
I'm
all
not
the
gonna do it
time.
tomorrow, but I'll keep it in mind.
And Dar says she only has three, but shit, there's no such thing as only three. Like three is highly impressive.
Yeah,
Like,
I
oh,
remember when I only had three. And I didn't really want to go back to school, but I was always actually going back to get the next one. And I'm like, I don't know. But I think I was bored too. After high school, just didn't have anything to do. So I said, well, let me continue my education. There are a lot of things I could have done, but I'm like, well, let me stay on in
straight
there.
up, there's some people who get bored and start smoking crack. Like, so for
Well,
you to
no,
go to school,
I'm not gonna do that, honey.
oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad you didn't get that kind of bored and decide. I wonder what that little rock tastes like
I
out of
mean,
this.
I don't judge people who do that, and I know people who do that, but it's not me. I'm a square all the way around.
I don't think I'm a square. I'm not a whole circle or something, But
Yeah,
I I
I'm
enjoy
a
my time.
square compared to the people I know.
All right, so we got time for a couple more pieces, and I would like to know if you have two more poems. I'm gonna let you do one, then I'll do one, and then you'll close the show and let everybody know where they can find you. How does that sound?
Okay,
Mm.
okay,
So the mic again is yours.
okay. Let me find one. You can go first, and then let me go. Go ahead. While I find one.
That means you got to go back to back because you're gonna have to do two. So we gonna wait on you for me to, for you to.
That's fine.
To everybody who's viewing, I thank you guys for coming out. If you have any questions for our guests, please feel free to place them in the comment section. And I think I'm going to start implementing that in the show. So shout out to Dar for that idea. Thank you so much, Sadis. And she says that I am an oval. So I don't know if we're talking about me not being a square, or are we talking about the fact that I need to go to the gym because I kind of look like a starfish. But I got you. I got you. I appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Lewis Speaks? Another artist, amazing artist out there from Louisiana, because you know how we do, baby. Okay, not a circle. All right, all right, all right. So whenever you ready, Miss McQuinn, and we gonna come up with a name too. Like it may not be by the end of this show, but I'm gonna get with some people. Like we've already been sitting back discussing,
I
trying to
mean,
come up with a name for
I've been
you.
on Facebook for years because I started out with King Judah, God bless his soul.
Yes, Black Satin
May he rest
Radio.
in peace. Um, but I just never had a pen name. I just don't have one. Um,
I miss Judah. Oh, Miss Judah.
yeah,
That was
he was a good person. That thing hurt me to my heart. I just kind of was in shock. But
he gave me him and April Cox gave me my first opportunity for hosting. I used to host with Black Satin Radio, and
he was the first person that ever let me come on the show and spit. And of course, I was shy even then. So yeah, he used to always tell me, "You're good. You don't need to be shy. You gotta own it." So yeah, this piece is called "I'm Still Pretty." I'm that dark girl in the crowd nobody sees. Yet I enter and exit with sweet blows of a breeze. My presence makes men stop and drop to their knees. I'm still pretty. Look at me. Adore my wide, healthy, heaping hips. No matter what the plate of life flips and serves, my curves tell a story with the added twist. This world hasn't been a bright, brilliant, beautiful, bold star. I grip and take hold no matter how far. When I look at myself, I can take a deep breath. It's all good because I appreciate my womanhood. I'm still pretty. My beauty goes beyond my face, and mine is a total thing to waste. I love my nappy strands of afro puffs and long, sexy, silky, flowing braids. I'm still pretty. My colors come in many different shades. I eat beans with fat back. Don't you travel to the right place? People ponder and wonder how I can still wear a smile on my face. I possess six eyes that few men get between. A little girl that has grown up and taken over the movie scene. When I glance in the mirror, I'm always a well proportioned picture of perfect perfection, but this beauty is only skin deep. In the morning, reality creeps and begins to creep in. I don't wear the latest threads upon my back or kicks upon my feet. I'm still polished when I grace the street. I don't have to pose like a camera, auto flash, flick, flick. My lips pucker without red lipstick. I add natural gloss and shine. My boldness is all mine. I'm still pretty. So what if there's no vanity upon my bathroom wall? I will have it all one day because I'm not worried about what my haters say. I'm happy with my own reflection because I love myself. No matter what I do, I can take a deep breath. I'm still pretty. I'm that diamond jewel. I treat people right and I live by the golden rule. I don't have to talk down on others or carry on my day. I just speak, keep it moving, me and my calm sway. My Father in heaven created me. He didn't make a mistake. Take careful notice of what you see. Haters, I hope you read every one of my precious planet curves. Carefully give each spot the just attention it deserves. While you stand there miserable with your six-figure jobs, too scared to touch or wipe off doorknobs. Big house got you acting all high but guess what? I'm still pretty. My content is beautiful that God already granted. That's why I sleep sound at night because I know it's going to be all right. Despite pitfalls, my next day's duty always calls. I stand tall because I bear witness to it all. I'm tired of peering over my shoulder. Why can't I just make it over? For once, I want to be able to look back and see how far I've come. How dare you force me to wear the scarves of shame? Why should I have any reason to hang my head or lay restless in my bed? I deserve to sleep cozy and sound without images or waves of bullshit splashes and flashes upon my eyes. It was in that moment I realized that I'm still pretty. And that's I'm Still Pretty. And that comes from my book, my very first book called Shadows of My Soul, sold on Amazon, among others.
I, I
So
I want you. Okay, so I definitely want you to let everybody know where they can get your books, get the titles and everything. But before we get to that, I'm about to put this comment back up here, and I want you to read it because you said something and it caught my attention like hard, and I think Sadis saw that it caught my attention like that. So I'm gonna put this comment back up here. So you so so you make a comment in that beautiful piece. You found a way to slip in there to let everybody know that you sitting thick, huh?
yeah. Um well, not as I used to be, but yeah, I yeah, I did know.
Ooh.
I'm a woman, you know. This is who I am, you
You
know.
about to wake up your whole inbox with people who got hell of a imaginations. It's about to go bad.
And I mean, it didn't really, you know. I had to over the years. I guess we all went through the space of trying to find ourselves, you know. But
Mhm.
even at 10 years old, you know, I was equipped even at 10. So it just kind of
So you got them
took
yams.
off, took off from there, you know. But
America's
I mean,
getting thick. Ooh wee, see. Now now see, you done spark some shit. Like how people see stuff and be like, new fear unlocked, new interest motivated. Like, like this, I won.
but I mean, I guess that's part of my story. You know, people don't really expect me to write about certain stuff because they just have their own, people gonna have their own opinion regardless, you know. And I had to learn that, you know, even growing up and being disabled. I mean, it don't really matter what you say about me because I'm still gonna get in my chair, go to work, and get my paper. You know,
Straight
just
up.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Straight up, man. I absolutely love your attitude. I love your approach to life.
I mean, I'm not. I'll be lying if I said I don't have my dark days, and you know, I've written about pieces about suicide. Not that I wanted to take my own life, but I can basically, if I get in that zone, I can basically write about anything.
Mhm.
I'm still just kind of shy, and a lot of stuff I won't approach because that hasn't really always been my attitude. But I can write about anything, um, and make you believe what it is that I said. But you know, a lot of times when I wrote this certain piece about suicide, I had somebody ask me, was I mentally okay? Because that's how deep I went in the piece, and I'm like, I would never do that. But they asked me that question. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm fine, but I'm just being creative, and it just kind of, it was like, okay, I was just checking, because a lot of people they don't write about pieces like that, but I write anything that comes across my mind.
That
um
was up.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to follow that piece. With this piece I have titled "Mirrored Conversations."
Okay.
I cannot continue to pour love into you because I'm tired of seeing it slowly leaking from the bottom of your cracked heart. These are words I had to tell you, and I understand why you are tearfully looking back at me in hopes that I reconsider my statement, but I can't. We both know the definition of insanity. So, what would be the difference with me constantly trying to get you to understand your worth when your happy feelings only last until Uncle Frankie hits his last note? I don't want you to feel like I don't love you because I promise you, I truly do. I just don't have the energy anymore to get you to love yourself. Your mama prays for you. You have friends and other family members that prays for you, but you won't pray for you. It scares me that you feel like all those prayers are a waste of words and breath because you feel like your destiny is already hell. And I know your heart hurts. I know that giving up seems to be the only logical solution because of the missing pieces of your soul, but I have been secretly collecting the fallen shards of your life. And I am just waiting for you to truly want the cracks fixed in your heart. You have to be ready to truly love you. But until then, as your friend, I will hold on to the shards collected from the bottom of your cracked heart. Now, it's time for me to get out of this mirror and try to survive one more day in peace.
All right then. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so if you have one more, you can
Okay.
give us one more, and then I want you to tell everybody where they can follow your pen, where they can purchase your books.
Okay.
Mike is yours.
Um,
Thank you.
I'm trying to find one more. Um,
While we, for those of you, if you would like to donate to the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, the Cash App is that money sign P.1008. I'm gonna thank you guys again for coming out each and every week, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I look forward to Sundays.
okay, this one is called God's Hand. Sometimes we often wonder why things happen the way they do, but money and prestige won't fix it for you. People tell you not to worry or complain, but your circumstances still remain the same. You're in constant search for others to quickly understand without placing it in God's hands. You must trust and believe without a doubt that the Lord's help is something one can't do without. Life's wind will be unexpectedly blown, so carry your prayer book wherever you go. God's hand is mighty. There's nothing he can't do. If you are patient, he will work it out for you. My friends, pray diligent to thee. He said in his word, all things through Christ that strengthens me. I'm grateful for the special connection that God and I freely share. Worldly affection can't even compare. I may not always plant a footprint in the sand. However, I know that I can count on God's strong hand. And that was God's hand.
That's
And
well,
most of these pieces that I'm reading is like decades old because this was my very first book. But most of my current stuff is on my Facebook page, and the rest of the books are on Amazon.
well, this is the time right here where you let everybody know about your social media pages, where they can follow your pen, also the titles of your book, um, so that they can go purchase those books from Amazon.
I am on Facebook. That my government name, Terika McQuinn. I don't have a pen name. You say that you're gonna change that. And I have 5 books on Amazon. Burdens to Blessings, Shadows of My Soul. Just kind of search my government name, and all of them should pop up. I'm not on Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I'm on Facebook, and that's all about me.
I have a question before I let you go. Why you let me say your name wrong? Why you let me go this whole show saying your name wrong?
But I was going to correct you. I know what you meant, but it's okay. It's Terika. Terika.
You gonna wait to the end of the show to tell me that I've been saying your name?
What? I know
And then
what you meant.
I said it proud too. Terika McQuinn. I was with it.
Not you. You
Ooh,
call me Terika.
I,
Yeah, that's what you said.
I did.
That's
Terika.
what you.
I'm country. That's how I said.
That's what you said. But see, I know what you meant, so I just didn't pay you no mind.
All right, I got you, big bro. Oh man. So on behalf of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, my co-host Simona J, I want to say thank you for accepting the invitation to join us on the lounge. It was an absolute pleasure. This was definitely a fun show for me, and I hope
You're
you enjoyed
welcome.
yourself as well. To the viewers, man, I appreciate y'all once again, man. Um, It's really no Louisiana Lounge without y'all. I say it every week, and I mean it every week. Quick shout outs. Wednesdays, Poppy's Poetry Corner, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Every single day, there's a show on Epiphany when Blog Talk is not being a whole hole out here. Thank you for that little saying, Pound Cake. So y'all get out there, man. It's poetry out there, man. Y'all, let's just keep this thing going, man. Poets, once again, if I say it once, I said it 1,000 times, man. You got it in your heart, man. You need to put that out of there. Don't sit on it. Speak on it. And that is the end of us. We out.